this gangsta shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello, I started this gangsta shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get.
If you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button. Join us. All right, boy. This legitimately pisses me off, but we're going to talk about it anyway. That's what we do around here. Now, here's the whole thing. Daddy might start yelling, but if Daddy starts yelling, I don't want you kids to be afraid. Daddy's not mad at you. I'm just sick of these disgusting Will Wheaton clone, soy-based cancel culture clowns and their ilk and their attempts to destroy people and their lives. Tired of it, fed up with it, and I might start having to swing the belt around. So duck under the table, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to the infamous Ethan Van Sciver, 28-year veteran of the comic book industry. Now, before we get started with this video, before we get into it, if you could do me a big favor by liking this video, sharing this video. The more people know about this, the more people will be able to protect and defend GINA Carano on social media and elsewhere, so that everybody can know how great she is and how she deserves to keep her job and people want her there. Also, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. Together, we do great things. The growth of this channel is completely in your hands, and there is no place I'd rather it be. I love you guys. I trust you guys. Here we go. Jon Favreau, the famous Jon Favreau, is rumored to be protecting Mandalorian actress. Let's keep a healthy dose of spicy chauvinism for the ladies out there who still like it. You know who you are, ladies. GINA Carano from being fired. Here's the thing about this. Before we go on, let me just point out. Let me blackpill you. Let me give you a big dose of doom. This is a likely outcome. This is probably going to happen. We can push back and we can fight and we can make ourselves known, but understand that the people who want GINA Carano fired are skilled at this. They are the worst human beings imaginable. They wake up every single day with you on their minds and destroying your life. That's who social justice warriors are. Hold on. Social justice? Why, that sounds like a good thing. That sounds like a benevolent term. Are you telling me they are fighting for social justice? No. They are fighting to destroy the lives of people who do not want society rearranged in order of skin color, gender, and sexual preference, and who is the most aggrieved and therefore deserves the most pity and public support. That is what they want. If you disagree with that, that's called the progressive stack. If you're against that, you think that's racist, if you think that's nonsense, and we should still live in a meritocracy, sure. Let's make sure that people who cannot take care of themselves get a leg up. Let's constantly be aware that we are not being rude or cruel or treating people differently for reasons that they cannot control. But at the same time, let us not divide society up by our skin color and by our gender and by our sexual differences and preferences. Let's not do that. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Now, if you are somebody who opposes that, they will come after you, especially if you are in a position of power and influence. They are going to make it their job to take away your livelihood and to get you deplatformed and destroy your life. So it always works. It almost always works. Here's what we've got. This is why this article is interesting. Jon Favreau, who is extremely powerful right now and beloved at Disney and Lucasfilm, might be saying, no, GINA Carano is sticking around. Now, why did this happen to GINA Carano? It happened to GINA Carano because despite the fact that she's great with the fans and everybody loves her, she's wonderful. She retweets her fans' tweets at her. She will like them. She will follow you on Twitter. She'll even answer you if you ask her a question. She's just been great to fans as well as great on the show. Cara Dune is a pretty engaging character. Initially, I was afraid that she represented the incursion of the strong woman archetype in my wonderful spaghetti and western space television show that I was enjoying, but I was wrong. My fears were alleviated when I watched a little bit more of her and realized that no, she makes a great bounty hunter character. She's legitimately kicked real men in the face, and therefore, I believe in her. I believe she is a strong woman. Twitter activists claiming to be Mandalorian fans have been after GINA Carano for months, ever since she refused. First of all, ever since she started to make it known that she might have politics separate from the orthodoxy of the radical left, which is dominant, oppressively, suffocatingly dominant in Hollywood. They came after her and started asking her to do weird things, to perform strange rituals in order to appease them. This is how she responded. Look, these are all Nazis. These are all Germans. Well, I don't know if they're Nazis, but this is a Nazi salute. These are German people during World War II. This guy right here, I'm not going to do it. How do you like that? Everybody else is going to do it. But you know what? Just because the crowd is all going one way doesn't mean it's the right way. And you should kind of feel free to object, to be a conscientious objector and not go ahead with this crowd. At the end of the day, he's right and they're all wrong. And that is what she did when they reached out to her and said, say ACAB, please. ACAB stands for all cops are bastards. They want her to prove that she's not racist by saying that every single member of the police force, the police officers who wake up, get out of bed every single day, get in a police car for wages that most of us wouldn't get out of bed at all for. I mean, I don't think they make very much. I could be wrong. I don't know what police make these days. But they don't make much. Out there rolling around and rolling code on criminals, facing gunfire, facing all kinds of horrible things. A lot of them die on the job to protect us, to protect and serve. And yeah, there are a few rotten apples out there, but that's not what this says. This says all cops, all of them, are bastards. All of them. This guy, please say, Gina Carano, say ACAB. say ACAB, Gina Carano. Gina Carano is not going to be bullied by 13-year-olds. She says, hey, dear trolls. And then this is, I'm glad you stopped following me. It's like the trash took itself out. Good for you. She says, but please make sure to keep checking in from all of your other 12 fake accounts, you cowards. You cannot block social justice warriors because they have 12 sock puppet accounts. They keep tabs on you. They will abuse you from these fake accounts, and you can keep blocking them. They're gonna continue to make more of them. They are a pestilence beyond belief. She would also double down and describe them not only as cowards but bullies. Fair enough. She says, in my experience, screaming at someone that they are a racist when they are indeed not a racist. And any post and or research that you do will show you those exact facts. And I'm sorry, these people are not educated. Imagine an SJW saying that they're an educator, that you could learn something from these propagandists, from these Moonies, from these cultists. You can't learn anything from social justice warriors. They bought whole cloth into their gender studies class. It's entirely bullshit. They have nothing to teach you. All they want you to do is comply. Fall into compliance with them, or they will hurt you, and they will enjoy it because they have nothing else. They have nothing else to offer. They're not educators. They're cowards and bullies, says Gina Carano. Here's this guy. Gina, if you're not a racist, then show it. Support and donate to Black Lives Matter. Use your platform and your voice to stand up against the police. That's a great idea. By the way, great idea to stand up against the police. It's a smart move. Try that next time one of them pulls you over. Who are committing crimes against the police they are meant to protect. If 12-year-olds on Twitter can do this, you can too. I am not going to do what 12-year-olds on Twitter do. I'm not going to follow the social media patterns of 12-year-olds. Sure, I am going to collect Star Wars toys. That's something that 12-year-olds would do. But I am not going to donate to Black Lives Matter because although this sentiment here, Black Lives Matter, is true. Black people's lives do matter, and sometimes there is a feeling they feel like they are treated as though they matter less. Their lives are less important than the lives of anyone else. And that being the case, that is a shame, and that's something to be addressed and repaired in some way, in terms of self-esteem and in terms of the way that we treat each other. But that's not what this movement is. Black Lives Matter is a movement of collegiate, radical white kids, little brats, who go around setting fire to shit and, looting businesses. It's Antifa. It's just Antifa under a pretty name. Do you oppose Black Lives Matter? No, I wouldn't do that. Black lives do matter. But I oppose this group here, and I'm not going to donate anything to them except for my bile. So here we go. So all this shit just to come to the conclusion that you're racist. I just don't think that she is. They asked her, finally, they said, okay, so we've established that you're racist. Are you also transphobic? If you're not transphobic, could you please put your pronouns in your Twitter bio? Gina very thoughtfully said, I understand why people do that. I'm not going to do it, but I respect your choice to do it, and you should. And GINA basically, I think, has come to the belief system that there are some people, especially in the trans community or non-binary community, these people want to make it clear they want to be called something different than they may appear to other people, or they want to make it clear what gender they are. And so, that being the case, go ahead and put your pronouns in there. But for somebody like GINA Carano, it's fairly obvious that it's she, her. It's pretty self-evident. For people who feel like that, there's absolutely no need to put your pronouns in your bio. It's a sign of cowardice. It's a sign of compliance. There's no reason to do it. It serves no function. It serves absolutely no function except to tell people that you're an SJW or you were beaten down by them, and she's not going to do that. So here we go. Courtney Enlow of Sci-Fi Girls, or whatever that was. God, GINA Carano is just the worst. Mando should do like Soderbergh did and replace her ass with Laura San Giancamo. Well, good try. Instead, what happened was your entire platform was taken down. Sorry. Thank you for being a friend. Today, we're sad to say we're ending publications from Sci-Fi Fangirls. That means that you are out of a job. So you are the one who ended up losing your job. But it was for purely practical reasons. You ran out of money. You weren't making any money, and you spent your time bullying women, actual women who were in the sci-fi community as professionals. Seems like a waste of resources and time. Geek like a girl, I guess that means, attacking other women and being cruel to them just because you disagree with them about stuff. GINA Carano comes out. She comes out against masks in the sense that, look, it's like this. They don't want you to see what's going on. This is Democratic government leaders. Ooh, I think Gina's a Republican or something. I think she might be. Makes me happy. This isn't just difference in political opinions. What she has done and continues to do is violent and harmful. Well, you hypocrite, what you are doing every single day is violent and harmful. You want to deplatform people. Your fondest wish is that people who disagree with you starve in the streets, and you're happy to admit that. These people are the devil. They are the worst people on the face of the earth because they want others to suffer. They want people who disagree with them to actually physically suffer, for their kids to starve, for them to become homeless, and for them to become suicidal. I know this to be true. This is who they are. And even at Lucasfilm, we have this guy, Paul Bateman, says, I gotta say, I don't see eye to eye with absolutely everything that GINA Carano says, but she rocks. I respect her openness, her honesty, and those are admirable and valuable commodities in this industry. This guy's a liberal. He's an actual liberal. This person is a radical leftist. Witness the difference. A couple funny or level-headed tweets don't make up for consistent spreading of misinformation, conspiracy theories, and outright support for bigots. So no thanks. Okay, that is the difference right there. This guy is able to say, I disagree with her, but she's still pretty great. I can tell she's a great person. This person makes up a lot of shit and decides that he hates her and tries to peer pressure this guy into retracting his opinion. And this is cancellation. This is what it is. Apparently, over at WDW Pro, he's saying that there's a feeling inside Lucasfilm generally of disdain for Carano. They don't like her either because they are social justice warrior activists. Witness their new publishing launch, the High Republic, which is shit. It's just shit. It's all social justice pablum. It's just garbage. And yet, Jon Favreau is protecting her from being fired. The problem for all those who hate Carano based on her worldview and political positions is that Jon Favreau isn't publicly political. I want you to guess why. And word on the street is he doesn't care one iota for the divisiveness. He's just out to make a TV show, guys. Sorry. If Carano was employed in any other part of Lucasfilm, she'd be gone. And she would have been let go a long time ago. What a damning indictment of Lucasfilm. What a thing to say. That's amazing. I believe that's true as well. I do believe that's true. The question now is whether or not Favreau can protect her. She's an integral part of the series, and firing her would essentially indicate that conservatives can be purged from Hollywood in a step beyond what we've already seen, blacklisting. Get ready, you're going to see it. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it probably is going to happen, especially right now. At this moment, SJWs feel victorious because of the election, because they were able to deplatform the President of the United States. They're going to rejoice in exercising those skills and abilities elsewhere. So I'm sad to see it happen. If it is going to happen, I will hate it beyond belief. All we can do is stand up for her and say that we enjoy her work, let our voices be heard, and that is why it's important that you share this video all over social media. Let people understand what is happening to this woman, because she has politics that are not 100% in alignment with the rest of the corrupt, sick Hollywood establishment. Let people know what's up with that, and that maybe they should do what they can to just throw a little support behind Gina Carano. I want to thank you for watching this video. Always leave me a comment, guys. Let me know if you have ideas. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think she's going to get fired? Are we going to be able to support Jon Favreau and keep her around for the rest of Mandalorian and on to other things? I think she's going to be in other shows. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon with another video. New from All Caps Comics, Rainbow, the Brute, the last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo. Hey, I got a P.O. box. Want to send me some mail? Send it to Ethan Van Sciver, P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. And I'll probably open it up on a live stream. Thanks very much, everyone. Hey, you want to follow me on Twitter? Are you sure? Well, if so, I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. That's at Ethan Van Sciver. See you there.